Actress.
I was on Carson when I was 7.
Producer.
I really went to school to be a producer. I put together writer's lists. I want to make it happen.
Entrepreneur.
It's from our family to yours.
Mom.
I'm like a cat who has had several lives. Now I'm like a stay-at-home mom.
From her family to ours, Drew Barrymore put it all on the table. How are you?
Hello!
Welcome to the kitchen.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'm so happy you're here. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And I brought you a present, actually.
You brought me a present.
I certainly did.
That's
brought
very
you
nice.
two.
Two.
Yeah, because one is never enough.
This is your wine, Pinot Grigio. You produce the wine?
I do.
Let's try and cheers.
Oh, I'm excited for you to
I'm very
taste
excited.
it.
Well, cheers to the wine and to you, and thank you so much for being on the set.
Cheers to you, Eric.
Let's see.
I wanted to create Barrymore Wines because I've always drank Pinot Grigio with my friends, and I love the communal nature of that, the tradition that me and my friends and now my actual family have had, which is to feel like a family. This is my grandfather's crest on the label. I went and found it in the archives.
That's really nice.
From John Barrymore.
Wow. So your
very
grandfather
cool
was an
cat.
actor too, right?
Yes, he was. And a big drinker.
Okay, well, listen, he must be happy from there to be on the bottle, I guess. So Drew is a legend in Hollywood, and she has done so many movies. I didn't know what to expect, and Drew that came today was a very warm, down-to-earth person. I have a little surprise for you. I want to do a test with you about this wine. Depending on the glass, the wine completely changed flavor.
Eric opened my eyes in the most profound way because he took different glasses, everything from a wide wine glass to a thinner, more cylindrical wine glass to a styrofoam cup. And with each different glass, the wine completely tasted different.
And it's the most refined.
You're absolutely right. No kidding, no fooling on any level. This is the most balanced it's tasted.
It's amazing. So if you go back to that, now you're not going to be happy.
Wow.
It is like, I mean,
it's the most bitter.
Probably because also the plastic cup.
I'm not above a styrofoam cup, unfortunately.
But I'm happy that you experimented and agree with my conclusions.
I agree with your conclusions too. Lesson number 1, Eric.
Well, let's move on and let's cook. We're gonna have quality time cooking too. So we are going to cook a recipe of yours.
Yes.
And you decided to cook clams.
We're going to work on a dish called clams montecito, which is dear to my heart. And he's going to teach me how to go back to my friends and family and maybe bring some new impressive stuff to show them. My friends and I call this dish clams montecito.
Because you have a house I guess, in Montecito?
I do.
And you cook a lot with your friends?
We cook a lot, and so we like to crack open a bottle of wine.
Sure.
And then break out a bunch of yummy Manila clams.
So when did you really start? I mean, are you into cooking? Or you?
So much so.
Very much.
And I had to learn because as soon as I found out or thought about becoming a mother, I wanted...
Congratulations.
Thank
it
you
just
so
happened,
much.
right?
4 months ago.
Yes, fantastic.
Little Olive. And she is an Olive. Like if I had named her some very fancy girly name, it would.
Did you wait for the
her.
last minute to choose the name, or you had the name in mind already?
I knew it at 3 months because we were looking through a book about pregnancy. It always compared the size of the baby to a food item. So like at one point your baby is a banana, which confused me the most because I thought, is that length?
Yeah,
that can't be width. Why the banana?
This was a good book? I don't know.
I don't know, it made me hungry every time I read it. At one point, we had just found out that it was a girl, and it said, your baby is the size of an olive. And I was
and
like,
that was it.
Cheers,
well, cheers to that. That's a special moment too.
What inspires my cooking is my daughter, because I want to be able to throw things together for her in an effortless fashion, because I'm still at the stage when I'm cooking, there's like flames going off behind me and like alarms, and I'm nervous and I'm not sexy. So I hope by the time that she's ready to eat my food that I make it look like, sure honey, you want this? You got it. You know what I'd love to do?
Yes.
I would love to go back and impress my girlfriends.
Sure.
With some tips that you've taught me or some new guidance on a dish that we've been making for years. I really wanted to ask him some questions. If you get to be with someone that you respect so much, you want to say, hey, would you do this? Would you not do that? What would you do here? And he not only made it fun, but he taught me things.
So we have few ingredients, I mean, in this recipe, and I like that because it's simple. Obviously, the clams have to be very fresh. If they start to open, when you touch them, they close. You see those? They're moving everywhere in a bowl.
Oh my God.
So they haven't been in a store for a long time, and it's not like you're gonna have something old and they're very
dried out.
Yeah, exactly, very fresh.
You don't want old and dried out.
No, no, nowhere. So then we have jalapenos and garlic, I think, for the recipe.
Yeah.
So you started at a very young age acting.
Yeah.
Because of your family being in Hollywood, they were all, I mean, your mom and your dad and your grandfather. Your grandmother too was an actor?
Yes, Dolores Costello.
So everybody was in movies.
Yeah.
And then after, I mean, I think you became like very famous worldwide in your role with E.T.
Yes, that changed everything. I was 6 when we filmed it and 7 when it came out.
When it came out.
Yeah.
When you were so young, I mean, 6 years old, you have to remember lines.
Yeah.
You have to, how difficult is that, or how easy is it?
I mean, I loved it. I was very gung-ho about it.
So how did you remember your lines? Because I cannot say 5 words. I mean, it's like, it takes me hours to remember, and then the camera goes on, and I'm like, So how do you do that? I mean,
I did word association. Like the C comes before S in the alphabet, so it'd be the word cat first and the word saw next, because C and
that makes it even more complicated for me. Let's start to cook, because I'm like, it's already hard with my way, which is absolutely not recommendable.
I think I'm moody because I'm a woman, and I can ask any man in this room. Like, you know, women are just inherently like moodier, hormonal people. I don't know how men deal with it.